Hello ratbags, it's Jade Plays Games. Welcome to the ARK Survival Evolved news. Coming up today, we're talking about some of the myths and truths come from the actual launch trailer. Not to mention information about how you'll actually unlock Ragnarock map. That's right, I said unlock. You're going to have to do something similar to the actual center map on console. So lots of you were really super excited about the possibility of the flying nerf being removed. As you can see from the trailer, the Argentavis looks like it is flying a little bit faster or ahead of some of the other creatures. Unfortunately, that was just a little bit of magic for the trailer. Someone asked Spectre Unknown whether or not it was actually part of an actual flyer increase, and Jen finally cleared it up and said the footage was sped up slightly is all. We have used slow motion footage in trailers before too, still the same game whether it's slowed down or sped up. So all them people got overly hyped about the actual thought of the flying nerf being reversed, be lucky. Tony Shoemate asked, hello Jen, how do you ascend to gamma level for Ragnarock? Jen says, I believe it's beta level. I'll make sure to include instructions in the patch notes for it, but basically ascend 2 will get you what you need. So if you don't know, the center map after a recent update was actually locked on single player. The only way you could actually access it was by typing in a command. I've done a video on this which proved pretty popular because Wildcard actually gave the wrong details in their patch notes. I believe it's beta level. I'll make sure to include instructions in the patch notes for it, but basically ascend 2 will get you what you need. So you are going to have to do exactly the same thing for Ragnarock. Now some people seem to be overly upset by this, but it's purely part of the story element. As you can tell from the trailer and the end of it, and lots of people have pieced it together already, the consoles that you see with the actual Dunkelsaurus, supposedly, and the actual images to the left and right is actually where you choose to go to your next map. This control room is going to be where you come after every time you ascend. Some people seem to think it's very strange that the DLC maps are included in this, but ARK have been very inclusive, including all the mods that they have made official. So going forward, any more maps, you can bet it's going to be exactly the same thing. We don't know if Scorched Earth is currently there. There may be some sort of restriction on it. Obviously Scorched Earth is a paid DLC, so it makes it a little bit different from the Center and Ragnarock. Don't worry if you play on official servers, you do not have to ascend to actually gain access to these maps. You will be able to just choose the map straight away. However, according to ARK, if you want the full ARK experience, including the island, the centre and upcoming Ragnarock, their order of preference is for you to complete the island first, ascend, then choose either the centre or Ragnarock. On day of release for console, I will of course do a tiny little tutorial just detailing exactly what you need to do, just in case you've not seen the one where I've done it for the centre map. Of course it is exactly the same thing for non-dedicated and dedicated servers on console. Not too sure about rentable servers yet, but certainly on the actual second console you have to do the same thing if you want to gain access to their maps. Interestingly, Adam, the little panda, one of the community managers for console and servers, put out this tweet regarding taking on the brand new boss. Now that's a hell of a lot of T-Rexes there. I don't know if he's going to be able to get all of them through the Ascension portal. So Jen, the community manager, put this post out on the Reddit forums earlier. If you've not seen my actual ARK video where I state that Wildcard hates early access players, it was a bit sensationalist. But the actual theory or the sentiment behind it is still true. To me and many others, the people that have supported the game the most are not getting the fairest deal because they're not going to be able to transfer any of their creatures, tames, items or their characters to the brand new server clusters. And while they'll still be able to play on Ragnarock, these servers have got just a shit ton filled of duped items, and they'll quickly die out on their own without Wildcard having to do any type of wipe. I won't go into that one too much more, but I will link down below and at the end of the video. Go and check it out for my opinion on the actual matter. So let's go through exactly what Jen has said to add to the topic. Our customer support team has and does answer tickets. The unfortunate thing was that as issues escalated during the process, we were absorbed in finishing the game. The ticket count escalated with it. Waiting times increased, the team did and still do the best they can. But the fact is that the legacy servers were plagued by issues that were not fixed as quickly as we would have liked. Duping being obvious, which was heavily abused on what I would wager was every official server. Extensive DDoS has led to characters being lost in server transfers and then characters needed to be replaced. I'm sure I do not have to list every issue, those who use our official network are aware of them. We've been working for weeks on solutions for both DDoS mitigation, i.e. stopping DDoS from happening, and for duping prevention, and have made great progress. I have looked at and tested them myself. Ideally, these will stop a massive amount of the issues with DDoS and duping that are currently occurring when they are rolled out. They may not be foolproof, and if there aren't, that is something we'll be looking to address as quickly as possible, but I believe the difference will certainly be substantial. If we continue to address tickets currently in the system, those tickets could go unanswered for months, meaning that any new issues that occur under our new system will be added to the end of that list. I understand the disappointment when I say that it's beneficial for us to approach ARK with a clean slate and address the issues that will be pertinent to our player population at the time of release, and that not all the issues that will be fixed but affected the community in the past. Our official servers have been testing the ground for new content and fixing bugs. You have been our testers. It has never been about not appreciating the support that our community has given us over the last 2 years. We're extremely grateful for that. But as a game about to leave early access, which few early access games ever do, we have to make difficult decisions that few game studios have had to make before. We do not necessarily know what the best options are. All we can do is make the choices what we believe will be the best for ARK as a whole going forward. So that may hopefully put some people's minds at ease. I still think they should allow people to be able to transfer their characters. I can't see it being a huge issue in being able to do that. I'd love to be corrected on why they can't allow people to transfer their characters to the new server clusters. As for me, at least if you can't bring your tames, you can't bring your items because of the risk of duping, then at least your character's high level enough that you can go and enjoy some of the brand new servers with much more population. Make no mistake, Wildcard have erred in saying that there will be more people playing on legacy servers. There will not be more people playing on legacy servers. The fresh servers will be full. On PvP, particularly more so probably than PvE, all the alpha tribes will be jumping onto the brand new servers because they'll be keen to start afresh and start a brand new game. Even though they may have cheated their way to the top, admittedly not everyone has done that, still means it's a good way to get back into the game, particularly if you've been alpha for a long time. It just gets boring. To clarify, and I did make this clarification as well, the legacy servers, basically all the early access servers that still remain after some of them are taken down, they will get content and they will get updates. They just won't necessarily get any help in retrieving characters, glitched dinosaurs, or any duping or reporting of things like DDoSing. If you don't know, they are removing nearly 1,000 or so servers from the actual ARK population. They're recycling them ready for the brand new server cluster. I will try and find a link that I did post with my actual other video. Just in case you have missed that, you have only got a few days left before they actually wipe some of them servers. You can transfer your character and your items to another server, as well as your dinosaurs, but right now it's going to be very hard to do that with the amount of people that are probably doing the same thing. And if you don't know or haven't realised, Play Anywhere is coming to Xbox, but it won't be for release of ARK when it launches. Sometime slated for mid-September is when you'll be able to actually play on Xbox 10 with your friends on Xbox One. Lots of you may be worried about the size of Ragnarock. It is significantly larger than the island and the centre map. But don't worry, it's not going to cause as many memory issues. According to the devs, the makers of Ragnarock have done a fantastic job with memory, and particularly because there's much more wider spaces, it's not going to cost as much. For people wanting no clip on actual official servers, Jen has stated here, I think everyone would, but we all know the PvE griefers would find some way to exploit it and troll even more. If you don't know what no clip is, it currently allows you to build with less constraints. You can actually clip foundations and items into terrain, and it makes building a lot easier. However, it's only available on single player, non-dedicated player and dedicated servers. And just a quick few other things to finish off with. If you run an Atrado server for your PS4, or you need extra help getting ready for the Xbox Ones about to launch, they are adding an expert mode, so I will be updating my tutorials on the actual settings, how you can actually affect them. These are the INI files, so they're much more advanced, they're going to take a lot more actual work to do, but they're more rewarding because you can adjust much more things. Expect that tutorial to come out when they're actually live on Monday. And if somehow you didn't miss this, in my trailer reaction video there was a QR code that I spotted, and by the time I'd actually posted the video, many of you had managed to find out what it led to. It leads to this. It is a countdown, obviously, of the ARK symbol. But what is it actually saying? Apparently it is something that's going to be counting down, obviously, to the actual 1st September. Now there's many theories about what it's going to be. I'll be covering that in a separate video. But for now, just take a look. What could it be? What do you think it is? Put it in the comments down below, and if I like some of them, I'll put them in the next video where we talk about the end game, bosses, all the basic gossip and info that we can get hold of. And of course, any extra rumoured DLC or mods coming to console very soon. I will be back in a little while with my 40k subscribers thank you video. In it I'll be detailing my plans for the channel and what I've got coming up to really celebrate hitting 40,000 subscribers. But I did want to say a big thank you to everyone that's got me there, everyone that views my videos and gives them a like. Really do appreciate when you like the videos, guys. Apparently it does help. I've never been that hot on it. I've never really asked you guys to like a video for 5 minutes at the beginning of every single one. But don't forget to like the video, yeah? Get me. I am JADEPG. That is just a little bit of tiny info coming up. Like I said, stay tuned for more information coming up in a gossip, talking, speculation video. As well as why I think the next actual DLC should be coming much sooner than we maybe thought. Till then, I'll see you ratbags later on.